welcome to the 0% podcast, where we talk about arguably bad movies.
Yeah, they're sometimes terrible.
We're only on the third take.
Anyway, yes, I'm Larry, this is Joe, and that is Alex. I'll probably put arrows on screen or something. Anyway, yes, today we are talking about Killer Bean, the movie by Jeff Liu. Also, yeah, Killer Bean Forever, as he corrected me last time.
Yes.
Which is a movie by Jeff Liu from 2008, which is about murderous beans. Well, one murderous bean.
Well, one murderous bean, yeah.
Yeah, that goes around and
kills... Don't do
kills...
everyone else dirty like that.
Well, the society of murderous beans.
No,
yes,
there is only one... Actually, no, there's like an underground bean mafia.
Yeah.
So...
Well, there's the overground bean mafia and, like, the underground bean mafia.
Well, there's also a corrupt police force.
Oh my god, well, there's too much to discuss. Okay, right, we'll start slow. Yeah. Okay, we'll give an overview of the movie. Okay, who wants to do the overview of Killer Bean Forever?
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
So, the film starts with a dance party in a warehouse, as most amazing films do.
Oh yeah, there's no context for this, by the way.
Yeah, then it's just beans dancing in a warehouse. Because yes, every character in the film is a bean. Then someone breaks in through the roof, murders everyone, and then it cuts to some policemen outside just talking. And then later on, it's revealed that the guy who murdered all of the beans in the warehouse is a guy known as Killer Bean, who's part of like a secret service.
It's a privatized bean secret service, essentially.
Yeah. And then
it's like the agency from Hitman, if you know Hitman.
Yeah.
And then it's revealed that he's trying to...
Spying for you, and if you get that, you've watched too much Rowan Atkinson.
And then he decides that he needs to kill someone who is an ex-member of this. So he basically
he gets instructed to, doesn't he? He gets instructed to by the Shadow Agency.
He gets instructed to kill the leader, doesn't he? Oh no,
he gets instructed to kill Vagan. Yeah. Yeah.
The agency tell him to kill an ex-agent because he stole all of their secrets or something. I don't really know. It's really dumb.
Because he realised that they were going to betray him, and then stole all their secrets and pissed off.
Pretty much.
And then he warns our hero, the Killer Bean, that they're going to do the same thing. And then Killer Bean murders him anyway.
Carmen Sandiego is just a rip-off of Killer Bean Forever, confirmed.
John Wick 3 stole from Killer Bean Forever, okay?
Every film ever made has stolen from Killer Bean Forever.
Like, this came out before most movies that are related and referenced in this, so...
That's true.
Pioneer in the field.
Yeah, it's slightly awkward.
What's the guy's name? Jeff Liu?
Jeff Liu, jefflew.com. Go there, buy Killer Bean Forever physical copy on DVD. Not on Blu-ray because he didn't do that. There are physical copies of Killer Bean Forever. Yeah, there are physical copies of Killer Bean Forever that exist in the world. I've not been able to find any, unfortunately. I've looked around. They were on sale. I might have
to look into that as well.
I could not find any.
So I will look into this as well.
Good,
because
okay.
I have a talent for finding bad movies.
Yeah. So basically, then he kills the ex. Then the agency try and kill him by sending a guy called Jet Bean.
Oh, you're getting quite far ahead.
Yeah. Well,
we just need a summarized summary. We just need a summarized...
Oh, okay. In that case...
No, you were going fine. You're going fine.
Secret Agent Bean murders other beans. Secret Agent gets betrayed by his agency. Secret Agent Bean kills everyone. Sets up a sequel.
Okay. Pretty much. So, right, we've got a general overview. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Killer Bean, Joe?
I thought it was actually fairly decent. Considering it's on YouTube and has been on YouTube for quite a while, it's definitely worth a watch.
Indeed.
The initial dance sequence is funny, but if you're not too bothered, you can skip because it's not really that important.
What I like about the initial dance sequence, though,
the film.
Like, it's completely pointless for the film, apart from setting up the fact that Killer Bean hates someone.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, true.
And has mad skills.
Yeah, and it has it's literally no context. You get past the like Jeff Lou production scene, and the first thing you hear is just some rubbish techno music and a load of beans with his bum showing, dancing to some like, terrible beat. He's dancing to some absolutely terrible beat, all in sync. All of their mouths are in sync. It's extremely
all of
demonic.
the mouths move in exactly the same way, and it's horrifying.
When I first watched it, I thought I had the wrong video.
Literally, it's just completely like it's for 2 minutes and 22 seconds. The very
first thing I noticed was that all the beans' mouths are synced. That was the very first thing that spoke to me about the film.
The first time I saw it, I thought they were in a prison or something, because they had like bars in front of the thing, and it's just extremely. If you want to go watch it, by the way, there will be a link in the description.
Oh God, we don't need to put more people onto Killer Bean Forever, Larry.
No,
it's got 4 million views. It's got 4 million views. We need to pump that up. We need to pump that figure up.
Alex, what you don't realise is this is the highest rated movie out of the ones we're going to review.
Oh yeah, we have a big list. We have a big list of all the movies we're going to do. And like the highest rated one on the whole list is this movie.
And it's sitting
it's genuinely quite enjoyable. I really enjoyed watching it.
Oh yes, I enjoyed
really
it as well.
dumb. It's so stupid. It's just baffling.
Dumb is fine though.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with dumb. I have an issue with like hard to understand. But I don't have an issue with dumb. Dumb's fine. Dumb's fine if it's fun.
As long as something happens, I don't really care. And stuff does happen. There isn't any like character growth or anything.
I mean,
I'm not expecting a complex arc from Killer Bean Forever.
It goes through a bit of an arc.
Which one?
Detective Inspector.
Oh, Detective Cromwell.
Cromwell.
Yeah.
I think Cromwell goes through a bit of an arc.
Oh, please explain.
Wow.
I disagree.
To begin with, he seems a bit by the books, and he's been trying to get to Cappuccino. For quite a while.
Because the leader of the Bean Mafia is a guy called Cappuccino.
Yeah. And it's not been working out for him. And when he sees Killer Bean come in and
order a drink,
come in and murder everybody and actually get shit done, he's a bit like, I think I can learn by playing dirty a bit more. Meanwhile, Killer Bean himself realizes to be less trusting of the people that he works, or not the people that he works for, but to view things more skeptically and to...
Yeah, definitely. I'd say that Jack is the closest any of the characters come to having a real arc.
Jack?
That's Killer Bean's name.
Wait, what?
Or at least that's what he tells Cromwell his name is.
Oh, no, that was fake.
In the bar.
Okay, we can have a debate about this. Is he actually just called Jack? Like, is the actual Bean, before he was named Killer Bean, was he just called Jack?
Because they definitely seem to have conventional human naming systems.
Oh yeah, because Cromwell, Detective Cromwell, is obviously just called something Cromwell.
Yeah.
I don't know what Vagan. Don't know what Vagan is.
Vagan's presumably a surname.
Vagan is the best.
I love Vagan. He's such a dumb character.
I reckon
Vagan is a Chad.
I think
Vagan is a Chad.
I think it's reasonable that it might be his actual name, seeing as it makes more. As it's easier to pretend something is your name if it actually was at some point.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, like
even if it's not your name now, if it was your name in the past, it would be easier to pretend it was.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but he knows that Cromwell is a policeman from the second he walks in the bar because he's watching him on TV.
Yeah, but also Jack isn't Jack isn't like Jack is such.
Come on, I think I've seen Jeff Lou's Galaxy Brain joke he was making. Jack and the Giant Beanstalk, bruh.
Oh my god!
Just revealed his master plan.
What?
Anyway,
We're stupid.
Also, yeah, can we just talk about how much the fight scenes are actually not terrible in the movie? Like, I was expecting them to all be awful because they're all jankily animated.
You say not terrible. Define terrible.
Yeah. Okay, terrible action sequences like The Matrix Reloaded, terrible.
That's a fantastic film, and I will not hear this blasphemy.
Hey.
I mean, no, it isn't.
It's
The
not
Matrix
a fan.
Reloaded.
Okay, we're not talking about The Matrix Reloaded. We can do that another time on this terrible movie podcast.
Let's not do that another time. I'm vetoing that idea here and now.
Like, okay, what are some of your favourite kills from Killer Bean? Because personally, my favourite one is the bit at the end where he shoots a bullet casing, and it makes the bullet. Well, he shoots a whole bullet, and it makes the bullet fire out of its casing and kill someone in midair.
You see,
if we're going to discuss that, then should we talk through the plot in a bit more detail?
I suppose, but I'd like to point out that's been done in other movies. I'm pretty sure that is a reference to another movie.
Oh, I know, but it's so jankily animated in it. It just makes it even better. Like the bullet doesn't even make a hole.
It's really hard to tell what's happening.
Yeah, like
to me, it just looks like he shot the bullet casing straight through his body. I didn't realise it was meant to be him causing it to fire.
The bullet doesn't even make a hole either. It just kind of goes in and doesn't come out. Him. Yeah, it doesn't come out the other side. So
it doesn't go in. It doesn't leave an entry wound.
So you were talking about going over the plot in more detail. We can talk about specific parts of it. So
right.
Okay. So
I don't really know where to start because it's batshit.
With the dance scene? I mean, it is the start of the movie.
It is. Right, who wants to talk about that masterpiece of a scene?
Right, so you imagine you've just clicked on this video from your recommendeds, right? You've not heard about it anywhere. And immediately, like, after some, like, weird, trippy, like, XCOM intro sequence, you just see
title card.
You just see an anthropomorphic coffee bean's butt crack wildly waving up and down the screen multiple times. That is the introduction to Killer Bean Forever.
That is indeed the introduction to Killer Bean Forever.
I mean, it's just like they're all identical goons with the same face.
They're not all identical. You've got
they have some different models.
Yeah,
they're very, very, very similar.
They are quite similar. Like I had trouble telling the difference between them in most of the fight scenes, to be honest. They just have different colored caps.
You know the scene where the policemen come in the MTV, whatever it is.
Uh-huh. The personnel vehicle. Yeah.
I thought that they were all clones of Vegan.
Like
they all look just like him. His only defining characteristic is that he's wearing sunglasses.
And he has black leather jacket or whatever.
It's not it's like a bulletproof
he's obviously the disillusioned hero of the story.
I think he is the hero of the story.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think Vegan is the hero of the story.
I say that at least by the end of the second act, you know that Vegan is going to be a key plot point.
To be completely honest, I think what's his name? Cromwell is supposed to be your viewpiece into the story. He's supposed to be your relatable character.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Even though he's just a bit of a cunt at some points.
Yeah, he's just a knob.
Yeah, exactly. He leaves
not
the bar,
sometimes. Throughout the entire film, all he does is just be unreasonable.
Like he's like, oh, okay, Killer Bean, I'm gonna leave now. We'll talk about this some other time. And then he's standing outside the door with a gun pointed to his head. Not very gentlemanly, Cromwell.
But he wasn't very subtle. at all.
And also,
No.
I know you're not going to shoot me if you need information. Can we talk about the voice acting?
Okay, we've just completely gone off the plot thread. Ignore that. Just go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Jeff Liu did over half the voices, and it shows very, very badly. Like, I'm pretty sure
everyone sounds like the same person doing a different accent. Yeah.
Apart from the terrible Chinese character, Vegan.
No, that still just sounds like someone else doing a Chinese accent.
Well,
Vegan sounds different. Yeah.
Yeah, Vegan sounds different, and I'm pretty sure Cromwell is Jeff Liu. I'm pretty sure there's another voice actor. Yeah, Killer Bean isn't Jeff Liu.
No.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Killer Bean is some random other. It's like something Vegas. It's not like Johnny Vegas.
Johnny Vegas.
It's some other dude with the surname Vegas.
I like how you instantly went, not Johnny Vegas. And I still made the joke by the time that happened.
But yeah,
no, you hadn't. You made the joke after he pointed it out.
Oh wait, yeah.
Okay, man.
I don't know how words work.
But
Joe's a
like
pedant.
the voice acting is absolutely terrible. Like, Jeff Liu actually does an okay job on some of the gangsters, but you cannot excuse Jet Bean's voice acting.
Jet Bean is, I guess, the final boss of the film.
Yeah, he's meant to be like the final challenge, even though he doesn't show up for any point in the movie apart from like a one scene where he just kills some random butcher dude.
He's basically a ninja Chinese bean with an awful accent who just sounds completely unbean. In-bean, even.
Like, the voice acting sounds like some random white dude
it
attempting
sounds like
to voice an
someone
Asian
who has only
character.
ever seen Jackie Chan.
Yeah, or like terrible samurai movies.
Samurai Cop. Oh my god, please can we do one of these on Samurai Cop?
Okay. I mean,
so
well,
far we'll mostly be discussing movies we might be doing in the future.
No, we've done like 17 minutes 30, and most of that's been about Killer Bean.
Yeah,
and Johnny Vegas. Okay.
Right. What else? What are our other topics then?
No, think about that though. Right. It's not Jeff. Like the guy who plays Jet Bean. I was getting to my point. Isn't actually Jeff Liu. So they had to manually go and cast someone to play an Asian bean, and that is the person they chose. They actually had to choose that person.
To be honest, I think it was opportunity casting, not purposeful casting. So
okay, yeah, I'm going to pretend I know what that means and say okay.
That means he was just casting people who were available. Yeah.
Okay, right. Just in case anyone else doesn't know what that means. Like me, you're a plebeian, like myself.
It's if me and Alex made the DNA movie, which we were planning on making, we'd only be casting people we know.
Yeah.
And that's
not hiring actual.
And we'd only cast people who we know would be available the whole time.
Yes. So all my acting credits are opportunity casting.
Okay. Right.
Okay,
so
3 of them now, I think.
Yeah.
4.
Right.
I mean,
4. What is your opinion on the soundtrack? Give me your honest opinion, Joe.
I absolutely loved it.
I wouldn't be buying it on CD. Would be my response.
I mean, if they did make a CD of anything that involved Killer Bean, I would buy it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd buy it for the Killer Bean factor, not because of the music quality.
Oh yeah, I think some of the music.
Killer Bean factor.
Like some of the music just sucks stinky ass, but there are actually some good tracks on it. Like the intro to this podcast is a track from Killer Bean.
Right, I'm gonna have to take leave for a minute. You can talk about some stuff without me.
Okay, he's gone to die.
You are who is Link. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, exactly. But to be honest, I don't think any of the music is like egregiously bad, apart from maybe the dance music and the final boss music. Like they picked the worst. Like the final boss music is just. It sounds like some like 11th grader booted up like FL Studio, and attempted to make a beat with like an electric MIDI guitar. It's pretty bad. Okay.
Yeah, but with a MIDI guitar, you could still make what's it called? The Quest video. I can't remember what the first half's called.
Oh, yes, like Brody Quest.
Brody
with
Quest.
Feat Adrian Brody. Yes. Okay, right. I think we've got music out of the way, because if you do want to go listen to the soundtrack, by the way, there is a full playlist that's like 100 videos long with all of the audio clips used in Killer Bean somewhere on YouTube. I found it before. So yeah, if you want to add any of those samples to your collection, go ahead. Okay, I think because Alex isn't here, we'll move on to some like kind of non-essential topics. So I don't know if you looked this up, Joe. Have you seen the other videos on the Killer Bean channel?
I have.
Have you seen any of the other ones?
I noticed most of them are just parts of the movie as a whole.
Yes, yeah.
And so I didn't watch through all of them, so I may have missed something.
Did you know that Killer Bean did a Let's Play of Far Cry 5?
Yes.
But
also, I didn't really pay attention.
There is literally a, like, two-part, like, it's in two parts, and they're both 12 minutes each, of, like, the animated avatar of Killer Bean playing Far Cry 5. It's clearly just Jeff Liu playing Far Cry 5. And he's got the Killer Bean avatar, got the dude who voiced Killer Bean to voice all of his lines for the, like, about 24 minutes, and then painstakingly animated the mouth. I don't know. He could have done it automatically, to be honest. But like, it's I can't fathom why that would be made at all.
It's promotional material, obviously.
But he hadn't even posted the movie at this point. This was literally because the most recent upload is the Killer Bean movie. It's just Killer Bean Forever. The most recent upload is Killer Bean Forever.
And that was a good few years ago.
Yeah, it's quite a while ago. And then before that, it's 1 year ago. And before that, you have Killer Bean plays Far Cry 5 Part 2, Killer Bean plays Far Cry 5 Part 1, some advert for Sticky Bones, an advert for the mobile game, which we definitely need to talk about. There is a mobile game for this movie specifically. Like, they went full out on this. And then some random trailers that aren't really related, but...
This is a passion project and a half.
Definitely. Jeff Liu has been on this since, like, 1998. Unironically, it's been that long.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 1998. I might got the year wrong, but... Yeah, there is a playable mobile game edition of this, which is available on both iOS and Android. I don't know if it's up still. I don't know if it's still available, but...
To be fair, we probably should have played it.
Yeah, we should do an Epic Gamer Let's Play of it on this channel. Okay, so let me check if they're still online. I'm just going on the links now. Okay, so Killer Bean Unleashed is still on the App Store. It's available. I'm quite surprised because they got rid of a load of 32-bit apps, but somehow, like, they must have updated it to be 64-bit, which is quite funny. And the Android version is still available. And it has had 200,000 downloads. With an average rating of like 4.5 stars. So apparently this... Here, I'll read an excerpt of a review by Wolf Crow. A fun game that celebrates one of the greatest action franchises of all time. I purchased the permanent ammo type and unlimited ammo purchase to support the developer. So, yeah, there's that, I guess.
Do we actually know what Jeff does normally?
Oh, for a living?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
let's see. I'm
pretty not
sure
movies.
He was a CG. No, it is.
Seriously?
Yeah, Jeff Liu has worked on several large movies. He did the visual effects for the original X-Men in 2000. He did the visual effects for The Matrix Reloaded, which we coincidentally talked about before. He did the visual effects for Tron Legacy, and he did the visual effects for Transformers Dark of the Moon.
I stand
And
correct.
he has several other credits. Like, he did the original Percy Jackson movie as a character animator. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Looney Tunes Back in Action, Kung Pao, Enter the Fist. Like, he has a lot of credits, dude. He actually, unironically, has a lot of credits.
I stand corrected, yes, but obviously nowhere near as many as Roger Corman.
Oh no, he will become an absolute legend on this podcast, by the way.
Yes,
if you've never seen... Yeah.
We will be mentioning the Corman connection on almost every movie. Unfortunately, this one I did not find.
Did you not? Okay, here's a challenge. Find the Corman connection for Jeff Liu.
Oh, I didn't think to go through Jeff Liu specifically.
Oh, okay.
So that could...
It could possibly be that. How old is Roger Corman now? Isn't he like 90?
He's in his 90s, yeah. And
that's ridiculous.
He still gets roles. Like, he gets acting roles, he gets producing roles, he still gets the occasional directing role. It is unheard.
How does this guy even... I'm not gonna question it, man.
You know,
I mean,
if they made a movie about him, I would see it in a heartbeat.
What, just like a documentary?
Yeah.
Okay, I after a quick brief browse, I can't find anything direct that goes towards Jeff Liu, but okay.
I will have a look myself.
Okay, so right, so we've talked about the mobile game. Well, have we? We talked briefly about it. Yeah. We mentioned it. Yeah, okay. There are several unironic fan channels that center directly around Killer Bean. Like, I think I posted a couple to suggestions before, but there is no, it's a discussion. It's okay. So here's one: Vegan Fanboy 7777, who's uploaded part of the soundtrack. There is a 30-minute long drawing tutorial from a 1 million sub channel about how to draw Killer Bean from Killer Bean Forever. Okay, right. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really... I was going to go briefly on those, but they're not too important. Alright, do you want to wait for Alex to come back?
Yes. Meanwhile, I will be looking for the Corman connection.
Pause.
Yeah, so this is the outro, and we recorded this a week later, and we got...
A week? It was 3.
Yeah, it's much later than a week. Sorry, boys.
Shush. In this time, Saberspark has released a video on Killer Bean.
Oh no.
We've been beaten to it, guys.
I know, because Alex had to
It's not my fault!
4 minutes into the recording.
It was more than that.
Okay, it was 15.
It was more than that. It was at least half an hour.
Let me check how long the file is. Right, properties.
No shame. We know we're late.
This is a high quality outro, boys.
It's only 28 minutes long. Jesus.
Okay, I was
right.
not there for half an hour.
Well, yeah, this is an extremely short first episode.
We need more content. Let's talk about the film more.
Okay. I don't remember what we talked about the first time.
I ran away after the plot summary.
Yeah, you literally dashed. Anyway. Right. Bye, gamers.